All right. I'm keeping the light off, but I was looking outside and stuff. I just shh. All right. Anyways, I'm over here with the computer. I can't move my mouth great. I just made a batch of coffee. I'm making my second batch of coffee over here for the day. Took a short nap. Had some leftover macaroni from a couple days ago. Nothing major. Thought I'd show up one more time in the afternoon. I was drumming a little while. I wanted to, there's some things I realized about my playing here is physically I don't have the endurance right now. My heart don't feel. I mean, my body's in the same. I got to go out and get air. Got to go out and walk. I got to do things. I can't physically endure sitting around. Stoically sitting here without moving around. I played for a few songs earlier this afternoon. I was sitting there, and I enjoy it. I really played along to the radio and in the headphone mix. It sounded great. It's mixing great, for what it is, the gear that I'm using. It mixed, but the playing worked. But I just don't want to do it. I don't feel like it's a big deal to get up and run around and get stressed up. I'm trying to keep my ability to sit down quiet and go back to sleep and eat, like a slob. Not pay attention to too much else, and try not to be too emotional about my life around my kid now missing. That's about it, and that was it. That was about all I got for self-reservation, self-perception, and the idea that I was here at all today and nobody else showed up. I know I'm probably doing something wrong by being alone and unemployed, and it's in my work ethic. A long time before today to show up and do things different than this. Matter of fact, I'll share the picture from the library back in years ago that I was in upstate New York, New Hartford, New York, more or less taking care of my son and I and making music. And I was in the library often with my son when he was little, different libraries. And, as much as I can handle doing things with my son, taking him out and do things. Sports and sledding and things like that. I remember things. When I used to be normal and I was young and able to do it without my disability, before my broken neck, I think, that's before 2007. I'm more in the 2007 prior to range with the pictures that I've been looking at of myself and my son that put me in my place today that I just recently flashed in front of my eyes over here since I've been up from my nap here, where we're in the backyard on Lincoln Ave by the Holy Trinity Church, Kowalczyk Funeral Parlor apartment. I was just talking about days ago. There's the picture that I brought up of my son, and it's a sad day to look out the window and not see him anymore right now. I hope he's not being tortured right now. I think he's living miserably if he's not living lawfully, and he's unknown right now where he is. I worry because I realize it. Now, as far as getting pissed off and everything, I'm looking at the pictures on the internet that I'm sharing. I'm cueing my Facebook profile, as you can see in my glasses, to arrows up and arrow down scroll, and I'm about ready to reverse the camera, I guess, but that doesn't have to be my video. I don't have to do that all day. That's not necessary to do this over and over again. The Ayatollah Khomeini, horrors of the Ayatollah Khomeini mass executions methods, warning real footage, was sufficient evidence prior to today to recognize the difference in opinions and gestures of the quality of the people that are considering themselves to be proponents of his cult. Let me put the light on it here. For whatever reason, the sun's changing the lighting in here for natural light. All right. So I want to make the notion clear. Russian Orthodox of Russia, Patriarch Kirill, is making he's making condolences, sending condolences as a global effect. He wants everybody to know him and Putin have condolences for an Ayatollah Khomeini for the issues that we understand them to be, known as their cult. And there's a video I just put up today that I'm getting excited about. I have a perversion in my physical stature to bear witness to the truth over the length of time it's taken for the truth to be endured on this matter, recognizing my physical limitations and pain while I'm looking at the camera with no neck, leaning into the phone basically like this. This is my neck. This is my back. The angle's wrong. Okay, I should have some coffee and smoke a bowl. Let me calm down, because I didn't know what I wanted to say, and I don't want to yell, and I don't want to get excited. I'm just going to go back to bed. I'm very tired. I'm making coffee to try to stay up. I haven't been able to stay up since I woke up from a short nap, which is starting to scare me, that I don't have the endurance. I have blue balls. Let me be very clear about who I am and what I mean. I have testicular sensitivity sitting on this chair that goes through my stomach that satiates itself somewhat by eating a little bit at a time, bites at a time, after my little lunch today that I got full for. Small bowl of macaroni, the leftover raviolis I made a couple nights ago. Probably Wednesday, my last meatless day. And I ended up satisfying myself long enough to have a candy bar that I bought out of Walmart by walking there yesterday, I think it was, to buy my pot and take a day out. I bought some candy bars. I brought a couple home. I had one left. I've been enjoying chocolate candy bars, Kit Kat candy bars made by Walmart. Great value. They're 94 cents each. They're awesome. Anyway, that was a mood modifier. Now I'm going to have coffee, which will probably give me a toothache, but it'll satiate me once I get this less filled agita that I got. I got this filling agita in acid reflux that I've been eating chocolate after I had sauce that was left over. I had to heat up in the microwave, which was very good, but it's not the best to mix in the stomach and sit here on it. If I walked, it would have been fine, but I didn't walk. It's just settling in my guts, making bile, really, is more what's going on. So because I'm an old fart and I know what I'm talking about with my acidic stomach and nutritional imbalance from physical reality, endurance of stamina, I'm lowering my chair like it's a machine. And the elevator went down on the. This is the Dr. Strangelove and the glove with Peter Sellers, and I'm going to be walking. Mein Führer, I can walk. All right. Anyways, Mein Führer, I can walk. Das Faser, the Faser. I called myself a gold member earlier, talking to myself while I was making the video earlier. And anyway, because I'm literally without a dick sitting here, numb until it gets to my lower ball sack. That's a Friday video for the afternoon delight of after school special. If you're over the age of 17, I just said ball sack. What do they call the taint between the balls and the asshole? Ask Steve-O and his transsexual love life. Anyway, you know, we used to watch Jackass before we were old enough to know what a jackass meant. On MTV with Martha Quinn, who's on the radio right now playing Bye Bye American Pie. And the equation comes back to ball sack. It's like balsamic vinegar. It sounds like a trippy rhyme in acid head. If only they weren't murdering us all these years from the Ayatollah Khomeini 1978. Can I dance on that motherfucker's grave any more than I'm doing right now by destroying the sensory perception of the United States and the domain known as Meta? To remind you that the patriarch Cairo, who will murder you in your beds while you're sleeping and pray for you later, gives his condolences to the Ayatollah Khomeini, who's so fucking insane that it's zany. Coming from me that looks just like him 56 fucking years later. My hair was naturally twerking. No preservatives or artificial additives necessary. Birthed that way. 56 years old, growing back from a crew cut. Look. Alright, anyway. Alright. You needed to know my... It's a fucked up hair day for me. I'm having clean hair, but it looks fucked up to me. It's growing every day against the laws of man and Moses and God. Against my own natural birth, remembering how my hair looks anymore. The Ayatollah Khomeini is so fucking insane, he would be zany if it wasn't so true. There once was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long you could suck it and fuck it and put it up a bucket from Liza's deer hole in the fucking barrel that rolled down the hill with Jack and Jill. Said the cat in the hat that got fat. Uncle Austin's back for another cup of coffee before fucking Bob Dylan dies, which is real Zimmerman. His real name is Bob Zimmerman. Don't let him die fooling everybody that he sold his soul to the devil and calls himself Mr. Bob Dylan, thinks he's gonna get away with it. You ain't getting away with it, Bob Dylan. It's fucking Bob Zimmerman. Mr. Robert Zimmerman, your number has been pulled. You're next. Hey, don't pocket leaders in your meters and feeders with the birds. Mr. Tambourine Man. It's Bob Zimmerman. And Bob spelled backwards is Bob. What about it? The big blue bulb of Bob. That's the Democratic Party. Makes me look like a slob talking about Bob. You can spell it backwards. Like Dad. Dumb as a dildo. That's the 2026 American version under the fucking terms of this fucking country, who's going against God, the laws of man and Moses, and are going to pretend that they're not going to do it. They're doing it anyway. They're putting transsexual kids in your face, whether you like it or not. They're going to suck cock. They're not going to fucking look at your fucking family. They're going to fucking be pedophiles anyways. They don't give a fuck about you. They're outvoting you right now in Congress and mocking you. All over the country. A school district gave the congresswoman, who's a man named Tim, in drag, Woman of the fucking Year. In plain view to fucking violate the laws of nature and break your balls as you can't fucking you can't say no to these people anymore. They're just gonna fucking suck your kid's cock and put them on the street and make them a heroin addict anyway. After they fucking rape them and brutalize them for like they did to mine for 10 years. Right out of Common Core, when the goddamn nigger Obama became the United States president and had that fucking re-election in 2012, that fucking coon put his fucking hands on my goddamn family and never gave my kid a chance to fucking be here without the fucking obstruction. I'm really pissed off. And I am not an Obama fucking affectionate person. You should have fucking listened to that goddamn song a long time before today, that American Pie song. Let me tell you that, Martha Quinn. Long time. Ayatollah Khomeini is not funny. And neither are the motherfuckers presenting themselves as anything to resemble an affection for him. They're in every quadrant and sector and tier of our American population and society, from the professional, policy, and law. Effectively, the Obama administration's secret government that's not fucking supposed to be in the world anymore, that took over the goddamn country right under Trump's fucking face because he's ignorant. You don't know how to handle the people I know how to handle. You don't put people like me in a position that had anything to do with any merit and worth and value to fucking make sure you made sure that I had value and worth that was worth the fucking damn. Oh, this goddamn fucking place went up in smoke. And I was fucking crying my eyes out with this goddamn IP address history that I have to fucking dare to fucking recommend. I gotta remember this shit. I gotta recommend it to God, and I have to recommend myself to God, and I have to fucking make reparations to myself before I know what the right idea is to even fucking remember how to fucking eat and shit and sleep and dream anymore. When I look at this one picture on my computer, which I don't want to advance, I didn't want to do this video. Okay, now let me go back into time with you about my psychosis and my violent temper. I don't have any aggression or arrest in domestic violence or civil or criminal court because I have kept this to myself most of my life now. But the intent of harm I have towards these goddamn people for the rest of my life is because I feel so vulnerable and fragile as an old man now, sensitive as I became, sitting here shrinking and getting sensitive here by myself. Nobody wants to care about me. Nobody calls me back. It's a Friday night with nobody to talk to. It's going to be the same shit until I'm dead because I don't want to live much longer if I don't fucking kill one of you first and make sure I find my kid if there's a possibility before I go. You know that. That's about the only left fucking line you got on me for a life support. That I'm a human being and not a fucking a rabid dog in the street murdering you right now on my discretion. When I fucking decide to show up and burn that mosque down and boot kick the goddamn Ayman right into the goddamn fucking, I'll stab his goddamn heart right out of his fucking chest. I'll beat it till it's fucking dead and I'll stand on his fucking head while I'm killing him. For the rest of my life, you better find me to be premeditated and goddamn multiple fucking faceted personality disorder that I will fucking snap on you from the time I was 2 years old to today and recommend that you fucking I remind you that I'm a fucking veteran that's going to kill your goddamn family if you touch me or come near me any further than you just did. And as far as I understand, I'm fair by law to present myself this way outside of the realm of code of conduct that I know an American citizen has. I know I can defend myself on behalf of my life from the government. You can't take my goddamn cock and my kid from me and tell me I have no balls to fucking suffer with anymore, okay? My color is black, and I'm gonna burn your bitch down. Fuck you and your Khomeini. I'm going to kill your goddamn Muslim sympathizing mayors and people in the colleges and anybody else that comes near me the wrong way if they come to me the wrong way. You got that? I will fucking beat the fuck out of you and wish you were fucking dead until you fucking are. My vote is no. Get them the fuck out of here. They shouldn't have been born. This is a goddamn race for fucking survival. I'm losing. My son's already lost. What do you want me to do? Give me a break and let me know before you fucking condemn me to a court of law that I'm fucking violently threatening society at large. I tell you, I will never be a goddamn Muslim or a Khomeini sympathizing cocksucker, let alone a Negro. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you fuck with me, I'm going to kill you.